Hey guys, Ryan Lipsey, Haley Collier with Tycor Title. What's up, Haley?
What's up, Ryan?
Oh man, it's
we
an
back.
awesome day in the studio, and today we're talking about Mello-Roos. You know, you see this obscure little line item on the tax roll for Mello-Roos, and it can be a big number, it can be a moderate number. But I wanted to go into a little bit about what are they paying for? What are we doing with this Mello-Roos? Who's Roo? Is he Mello? What's going on?
I don't know this Roo. Is he Mello guy? No, so Mello-Roos are actually a government, kind of a way for them to be funded through taxes in the area where the people live. So It's like the fire district, the schools, that kind of information.
Infrastructure to the community.
Yeah, to improvements. So for public improvements kind of things.
Gotcha.
So if you live in an area, certain school districts, and they're actually identified on the tax roll, you can see it say CFD is usually Community Facility District, is how we can normally identify the Mello-Roos on your tax roll. So we get this asked all the time, like, hey, can you let me know if there's any Mello-Roos on here, and when do they expire?
Right.
So Mello-Roos is something that can actually expire to certain school districts, fire departments, that kind of stuff. But the way to get that information is you actually can call us, and we can help call down to the counties or the city, wherever it is, and
School
get
district, water district.
Yep, where they give us a number, so it's all different things. So it's either you have to call the school district, you have to call the water district, you have to call the fire department, and they get these questions all the time as well. But sometimes, you know, they expire in 2032, or they'll expire they won't ever expire. They'll be indefinite. So we get that information. We know how to quickly identify it on the tax roll. But that's kind of a little ninja tip when you're looking at the tax roll. If you see CFD next to it,
yeah. Sometimes it'll have the school district, like, you know, gross.
Yep, it will say, like Chula Vista Elm, like that would be like Chula Vista Elementary.
And a lot of times they're issued as like a 30-year bond, so they have all the money at once, and then the bond is paid off over time. Right. So that's why there's an expiration date in most cases, I would say. Some go in perpetuity, but most of them have an expiration date.
Yeah.
Right? Is that what she was on the title desk, so she knows these things?
Yeah.
That's been your experience?
Exactly.
Yeah, okay,
so most of them, they'll have expired, and you'll start to know, like, I'll know some water districts ones, those are indefinite. Like, you start to get familiar the more you call down there which ones, but each one's different in each county or city. So wherever you're at, it's a little different. So that's where you can rely on us to call down. We can actually help you if you go on the tax roll. If you go on San Diego taxes and you put in the APN and you pull up the tax roll, it will actually give you the numbers to call. So if you wanted to be empowered to do that, that's the way to do it. It's typically they don't answer and you have to wait for them to call you back. It's 24-hour turnaround.
It's a bit of a bureaucracy, but I mean, and by no means you have to take feverish notes and know Mello-Roos A to Z. That's what you have us for. But having a working knowledge is power. So the next time you hear that when you're presenting to a group of people or at a listing presentation, and you can address the topic of Mello-Roos head on because you know what they're for: infrastructure, public improvement, and at least address the issue until you can get the granular details from us. And it opens up other opportunities to educate your community, your sphere of influence, your audience on some of the more finer points of the real estate process, which is what we're here to do.
Yeah, and it really makes you look like a pro too when you're working with buyers and they're looking at certain areas and they're, you know, looking at their taxes and they're like, what are all these things I'm paying for in this tax? Like, what is all this? You can sound like the expert and say, oh, well, those are the Mello-Roos. And if you did your due diligence ahead of time by calling us, you would already know the expiration dates in that area, what ones they expire. So we want to help you guys look like the pro in knowing what Mello-Roos are. So I think Roos might be a Mello guy.
Roos is Mello after all. Cool. Well, we can help you discover Mello-Roos and so many other things in title. We are stoked to be a part of your team. Thank you for your support. And until the next little, title tidbit.
Yep.
She's Haley.
For now, I'm Haley.
I'm Ryan. Until next time.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.